Welcome to Before the Kids Wake Up. I am Claude.
And this is Renee.
And we are here again. It's Saturday. Is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
God, I really can never tell anymore. It's one of those things where it's just like, if I have to go to work, I know it's a weekday. If I'm not waking up to go to work, I guess it's one of the weekends. But then the holidays throw me off even more.
Is it the holidays? Maybe it is the holidays, I guess. I feel like just everything's been a blur. We've had so many things going on that I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I was trying to make plans with Michelle, and I kept giving her the wrong dates of when we were doing it. She's like, wait, I thought you were doing that Saturday. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm doing it on Friday. I don't know what my schedule is. I'm confused.
It's kind of one of those things where you kind of have, the holidays are just like that. Nobody knows what was that meme that
it's
said?
That mad rush.
Nobody knows what time of the day it is, what week it is. Like, if I have to go to work, if I don't have to go to work. It's just kind of one of those things where we're all just kind of floating around, because think about it. Like, this next week is going to fly.
Yes.
It's going to fly because we don't have.
Christmas is next week.
Christmas is next week. And then you have New Year's.
Yeah.
If you have a work that's nice, you'll get off half a day, probably the day before. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like,
you have two partial weeks, kind of.
I don't think a whole lot's going to be getting done in the next couple of weeks.
I don't know about you. I got lots of stuff to do.
I got lots of stuff too. I got tons of stuff to do, but that doesn't mean it's going to actually get done. So, but there you are. How was your week, baby?
Well, I'd like to note that he's drinking coffee and I'm drinking mimosas.
So
that sums it up.
That sums up your week, basically? Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Yeah. That basically is, I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep.
I've stayed up way too late.
Yeah.
I normally go to bed at 8 o'clock, and every day, except even last night, I was up past 10 o'clock every night. That's
nice, though, because you usually go to bed like around 8:30.
Yeah, but
and Renee's that person that's like, oh, you don't ever come to bed with me. Oh, we don't cuddle, or oh, we don't spend any time together. That's because you go to bed before the children do.
That's because I'm so tired. But I feel like there was a common theme of me staying up.
What was the common theme?
I can't remember Monday. What was going on Monday, but Tuesday I went and I met a friend for dinner.
Okay.
And so I had some wine.
Oh yeah, you had some.
Then Wednesday we did that drive-through Christmas thing, so I stayed up late.
Yeah.
And then Thursday I went to a friend's house. I took Liv to a friend's house while you did recordings.
Yeah.
And then last night you had a basketball game and Liv just wowed out. So I didn't have a choice. I couldn't go to bed early because I had to take care of her.
I did go with a friend, my friend Seth. I went to the Tampa the Toronto Raptors are now in Tampa, which you're like looking at me glazed over because you don't really give a crap about basketball.
No. I tried.
And Nicholas actually did play basketball for a little while, and it was fun. We'll hopefully get him back into something like that soon. But you were just kind of just there. And normally you're more like into it, and you're just kind of just there. So I know you don't really like basketball. And to be fair, every time I go to a live sporting event, I'm usually having drinks. I'm not really paying attention to the game, but we did lose. So.
Oh, did you? I didn't even.
Not by much though. We played the Heat, Miami Heat.
Nice.
Means nothing to Renee. She has no idea. She's like,
I know who the Miami Heat are only because Donovan likes the Miami Heat.
And, what else went down?
So we did a really great. Claude did a really great TikTok that has gone viral.
It has gone viral. Yeah, we allowed.
Can we say viral?
I don't know what the definition. So I don't know exactly what the definition is. It's got over 1 million hits.
It's got over 1 million hits, and it's got 100,000, almost 100,000 likes. So
yeah.
And I still don't 100% get it, and people on the comments of the TikTok are making fun of me because I don't get it.
You don't get what the whole TikTok was about? Still?
No.
Basically, Renee, and I, if I remember to, I will go ahead and throw the video in the clip here. Renee is basically like her winter outfit consists of a white shirt, a vest, some leggings, and some boots. Like, basically like Han Solo.
Well, as people in the comments have said, the basic white girl.
The basic white girl winter outfit. Yeah, absolutely. Basic white girl winter outfit, 100%. 100%. I even have a meme that I posted not too long ago of like the fall is considered the Han Solo season because literally they'll be wearing vests and.
Yeah, so many people have said that this is the Han Solo season.
Han Solo season, yeah.
But I've never heard it called that before.
I mean, in our Instagram, I actually posted that.
Oh, did
you?
you?
Yeah. So they might be getting it from that, but it's also a thing because you're literally dressed like Han Solo.
But I don't understand. So why tell me not to go solo?
Because his name is Solo, and I gave you a Chewbacca.
I just don't find that funny. Like I don't understand.
It's a pun. It's a pun.
Okay.
It is a pun, and if you're a Star Wars fan, you get it. Renee is not. Renee has yet to actually sit through a whole Star Wars movie.
Yeah, no, I have. We've gone to the movie theaters, and I saw them, and they're really good. And I didn't fall asleep in the movie theaters.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem.
But I don't get it. Like
your only frame of reference are the new movies, and that's just kind of tragic. Yeah. It's really tragic, very tragic.
But and then they keep saying something about shoot first.
Yeah, I've explained this to you before. Han Solo has a thing where when he's in episode 4, we first see him being approached by somebody that has a bounty on his head, and essentially he ended up. Before it was Disney, we had it. It was arranged where it looked like he shot the guy first, and Disney kind of took it over and kind of changed it because. Heroes don't necessarily shoot first, but he's also a pirate, a reformed pirate.
Heroes don't shoot first?
It's Disney, sweetie.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was a rule.
No, there isn't a rule. I'm just saying it's Disney. Disney wants to be wholesome and imagine Mickey Mouse with a gun and he goes and he's like mowing people down.
Don't worry about Mickey with a gun.
Exactly.
But Han Solo is not Mickey. Those are two different.
It depends on what version of the movie you're watching.
Okay.
But there you go. That's the shooting first thing. What else? What else you got? That was pretty exciting, though. I will have to say
it was exciting.
That was one of our first forays into TikTok. We're not TikTokers, and by no means are we still not TikTokers. So we're gonna try to see what more content we could do with that to see, just how.
Well, it was kind of fun, and me, trying to understand Claude's sense of humor, which apparently other people get. I still don't get it.
Right. I just want to point out that none of the other TikToks that you have put up that have gotten 1 million hits.
I knew that.
I just want to point it out. I'm not saying that I'm an expert or anything at it, but no other TikToks that we have done have got as much.
I still don't get your sense of humor.
Anyhow, it's not a big deal. But what else is going on, sweetie? Aren't you getting a tattoo or something today?
I'm getting a tattoo today. It's gonna be.
Speak louder. I don't think they heard you. Say it one more time.
I'm nervous. I'm gonna get a tattoo today. I've been wanting a tattoo all year long, and then when my friend passed away, I really wanted to also incorporate that as well, just as a remembrance of her. So yeah, today is my big day, and I dreamt about it all night. Actually, I dreamt that the tattoo artist fell asleep while he was doing it. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
What does that mean? Don't they
have no
idea. I don't know. But I
think it'll be fine. I think it'll go.
I'm worried about
pain.
Well. That's all I'm worried about.
But pain. You've given birth to 2 children, so and our kids have big heads. Yeah. So you've given birth to 2 kids. I think you'll be fine. You give blood on a regular basis too, so it can't be more painful than giving blood or giving birth. Literally, it's probably going to be somewhere in between the two.
I hope not.
If not. Less than giving birth.
Well, and I had to tell you, I'm not taking Claude with me because I knew he would make fun of me. So I'm taking my friend Michelle with me. Yeah. Because she won't make fun of me.
Who also won't get a tattoo, by the way.
Yeah,
FYI, she's not getting a tattoo.
She's going to listen to this. And yes, she is. Or she after the first of the year. But she won't make fun of me.
You guys ever seen that episode of Friends where Phoebe and Rachel go to get a tattoo, and Rachel gets the tattoo and Phoebe gets a little dot because the pain was too much?
Wait, what can we bet? Let's bet that she gets it. What can we bet?
I don't know. Nothing. I mean, can I get a boat? No, that's too big.
Wait. You can get a boat if she doesn't get one?
If she doesn't get a tattoo, I'll get a boat.
Yeah, you can get a boat.
Because you think that she's going to get a tattoo?
I know she's going to get a tattoo.
Why do you know?
Because she's my best
friend.
She's
30 years old and she's never gotten anything.
She's 31.
That will be the craziest thing she's ever done.
And no, but she's my best friend. She's going to get one. I know she is.
I don't think
so you can get a boat if she doesn't. What do I get if she gets one?
A tattoo.
I'm getting a tattoo.
There you go.
Can I get another dog?
No.
Can I go to the training seminar that I want to go to for dog training next year?
If it still goes on because of COVID.
Oh, yeah, no, it is because it's outside and it's spread apart. So I can go? That's our deal?
Yeah, that's our
right
deal.
Here. Okay.
No, because you can't influence her.
I won't influence her.
Yes, you will, and you can't tell her about this bet. Oh, she'll see this.
She's gonna hear it.
I don't know. We'll have to.
Man, she may not get it just so we can get a boat, so she can go out on the boat.
There you go. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Well, what's the time frame though? Because you can't just be like next year. I say a month.
In January.
In January.
Yeah, because she's gonna get in January.
Okay, cool.
But wait. As long as they're appointments, because some of them do get backed up, and when I had to call even to make my appointment. So whenever we call, how about the first available? As long as she calls to make her appointment within January.
No, she has to actually get it. It's not like making an appointment. I can make an appointment.
But what if she can't get in though?
No, she can make an appointment, but I want to see the actual tattoo. I want her to get an actual tattoo.
Right.
I don't want her to be like, oh, I didn't get the tattoo, but I got the appointment. No, that doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Don't be pissed off if I pull up here with a boat and she doesn't get that tattoo. You're going to be so mad.
I'm not going to be mad. Michelle won't let me down. I know.
Okay. So you're getting your tattoo. What else is exciting going on?
We got our bathroom back.
We did. And I am actually going to put out another TikTok because Olivia and I had a pretty interesting exchange. I was using the bathroom. So we had to use our bathroom. So we were sharing the bathroom with Nicholas and Olivia, which was been dreadful because Nicholas, for some reason, has to use the bathroom every 100 minutes. He has to go to the bathroom, and he's just like knocking on the door.
Do you not pay attention to how long you use the bathroom?
No, not using the bathroom. He has to the frequency in which he has to actually go.
Have you met me?
Anyhow,
yeah,
it's been dreadful. And then Olivia is just nosy, so I'll be in there using the restroom. She doesn't have to use the bathroom the whole time, but I'm in there using the restroom. Here she goes. Daddy, what are you doing? Olivia, I'm using the bathroom. She's like, ew. I gotta go potty, and I'm just like, oh my god, like so it's a funny exchange. I'll make a TikTok out of it. I just haven't had time yet, and you guys will get to see her kind of. She was kind of being mean. She told me I had a big butt. She told me that I was stinky.
Oh yeah. So she asked me. She goes, "Mommy, do you have a big butt or a medium butt?" And I said, "I've got a medium butt." She goes, "So Daddy has a big butt?" I'm like, "Yes, your daddy has a big butt."
She calls me fat all the time, but
I've never heard her call you that.
She says I'm big. She says I have a big belly.
Oh, well, that's not saying fat. That's being...
I mean, I don't think she knows the word fat.
Right, but she's not doing it to be insulting. She's being descriptive.
Right, yeah, I get... That's mean.
No, but I'm saying, like, compared to her belly, like, she's not doing it to be...
Right, I'll give you that. I will give you that. She does have that little stuffed unicorn that she calls Fluffy instead of fat. She called it Fluffy.
Yeah, because I think you wanted her to call it fat, and I was like, we don't use that word.
Yeah.
We have to use a different word.
We'll call it... let's talk about turkeys and PHAT. So, yeah, so...
Yeah, so growing up, how many bathrooms did you have?
Well, so we lived in a very meager apartment until I was like 9. That was one bathroom.
Okay.
And when we moved into a house, it was 2 bathrooms.
So I grew up with 5 of us. So I had 2 younger brothers. There was me and my parents. We had one bathroom. And since I've moved to Florida... and I've had a couple houses since I've lived here. They've all had 2 bathrooms, always. And I didn't realize how fortunate I was to have 2 bathrooms until one of our bathrooms was out of commission. Because 4 of us sharing one bathroom for, 7 days was hell. I don't know how. I told my dad even when I talked to him last week, I said, I don't know how we survived 5 of us sharing one bathroom my entire life. Like, we never had 2 bathrooms, ever. From the time that I was born to the time that I moved to Florida, we've always had one bathroom.
Yeah, and you were a girl, but you were the oldest too. Did you get up and get in first?
Yeah, because my brothers didn't.
They didn't wake up early.
Yeah, they didn't have to get up and get ready like that. They would take showers before bath. But
if they would even take showers.
Yeah, well, they did once they got older. Kind of like Nicholas, boys hate to take showers, and then they love to take showers.
So speaking of that, before you finish your story, I wanted to tell. So yesterday, my friend Seth invited me to the Raptors game. It was pretty late. It was last minute. I was actually still working, doing some things for the studio, and he called about an hour and a half ahead of time. And he's like, "Oh, you want to go to the Raptors game?" And I'm like, "We were supposed to go to the drive-in movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't. I guess it was Home Alone. I'll probably put that out. We'll probably watch that out in the backyard on the projector screen. But I'm like, I want to go. Raptors are in Tampa. Tampa finally has basketball. I want to go. I want to go bad." And Renee's like, "Go ahead and go." And I'm like, "Okay, Renee, I got to get a shower. I got to do this. Got to do the shower. All right, cool." What Renee neglects to tell me is that the guy who is our contractor had to go in and work on. There was a little bit of a leak in our new bathroom, and he was working on it.
Well, it's technically not in the new side. It's actually in the old side.
It's in the old side.
Right. But they can't access it because they haven't tore out our old bathroom yet. That's going to happen next week.
Needless to say,
Anyways.
he had to turn off the water. Well, mind you, I had already told Renee that I needed a shower. So I don't know if that was ahead of time or before when he turned off the water. But I'm like, well, crap. I haven't showered. I have a beard. So men if not very men, I want men watching this show so you know I'm a bearded man, and your beard does have to be taken care of. It gets bacteria. You have to clean it. You know what I'm saying? My hair, I have dandruff, I have dry scalp. So I'm just like literally like stressing out because I'm going to go do this thing, and I have no means to take a bath, no means to take a shower. So I got this brilliant idea. So you don't even know half of it. So I used Olivia's dry shampoo on both my beard and my hair. Worked perfectly.
I told you.
Perfectly.
Dry shampoo is wonderful. Women will tell you it's an amazing
The
thing.
dry shampoo was amazing. Like it felt like my beard felt soft. It could feel like I actually had taken a shower.
Yeah.
And I used your makeup removers to wash my body. So that's what I had.
Useful.
Yep, that's what so I was like, wait a minute, if it takes off her makeup and it keeps her skin clean, why not use it on my body? Now they make actual things for that, like full on body ones.
No,
you
they
do.
don't.
They do. I'm gonna get some of those just in case hurricane ever knocks out our water or anything like that.
We'll always have water. It may just not be warm water.
True, good point. But yeah, so I used your makeup removal things to wash my body, and I used the dry shampoo on my beard and my hair.
Look at you being intuitive.
What's crazy though is that apparently people don't really have to take baths regularly anymore.
You do still have to take baths.
I do because I feel gross. Like
but understand,
I haven't showered today and I feel gross.
So women that do that, they wash their bodies. They just put their hair like in something and don't wash their hair.
Okay.
And that's why you use dry shampoo. Like you wash
Okay.
the rest of your body, but it's not good to wash your hair regularly because it can dry it out. Now, personally, me, I don't really like a dry shampoo. It doesn't work for me. My hair gets very greasy, very oily, and even with dry shampoo, I just don't feel. Even if I shower and just don't wash my hair, it doesn't work. But some people, women can go like 4 or 5 days without washing their hair.
But not your body.
No, they wash their body. They put their hair up
Sure you do.
in a thing.
Sure you do. Okay.
I swear.
We'll see. I can imagine like literally just like wiping yourself down, putting your dry shampoo in your hair, and like spraying some perfume, and who would know the difference?
You know, your female areas have to be washed.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They have to be washed.
Anyhow, but yeah, that was me. That's what I had to do because you let the guy turn off our water while I had to take a shower.
Well, he had to fix that and do like otherwise we'd have it would ruin our new bathroom.
I understand that.
And guys, my new bathroom is amazing. Like it's beautiful. It's not completely put together. I still gotta hang things up on the wall. Oh, and so as our contractors, they were tearing apart the old bathroom. They found, so our house is built in the 50s.
1955, I think is what it was.
Yeah. So, no. The paper's from 1970.
Well, I know that, but the house was built in 1955.
Okay, yeah. So basically,
So when they remodeled the house.
right. So they must have. I always thought we had the original 1950s bathrooms because let me tell you, it's hideous. It's like lime green and it's horrible. I painted it when we moved in white just to make it a little less horrible. But when they tore it down, there was a newspaper and it was like a whole. I wonder if they almost intentionally did it because it was not being used for anything. It was like folded up 1970s paper where there was like a thing of wine for 60 cents. Y'all know how much wine I could drink for 60 cents? I have my whole cellar. I have a whole cellar. But so we're gonna take it. He gave it to us because he's like, look what I found in the wall. So apparently that's when they remodeled the house last was in the 70s. And so we're gonna hang it up. It's gonna be part of my decoration in my new bathroom.
So that's funny that you brought that up because there was this couple. I think it had to have been in some. I thought, it's upstate New York. Mm-hmm. And the news reported that they bought this old house from. It was once owned by someone who was rumored to be a bootlegger.
Okay.
And they never really thought about it. It's like, it's just kind of like they've heard bootlegger. They heard a whole bunch of different, a baron, a rich guy, whatever. And they went to actually remodel the house. And under the floorboard, so you know how you have the siding. So old houses, the siding basically just covers everything. It just covers the frame. There's not a whole lot.
Just like our
old houses
house.
don't always have insulation in them. Well, our old house at least had stucco and insulation and all that stuff.
No, it was just wood.
It was just wood? Mm-hmm. All right, so this was the same deal. Wood was rotting, so they went ahead and they replaced it. So they found, I want to say, at least 40 or so bottles of bootlegged liquor.
No.
So they said that once it's authenticated, that each bottle could be worth about $1,200 each.
What?
Yeah. So it was old.
I wish we would have found that in our bathroom.
Right. That would have been quite the story, I think, had we found that in our bathroom. I definitely would have had to taste. That's what, Prohibition was what, the 1920s? So 80-year-old
It doesn't
age.
go bad?
No, it does not go bad. No.
Should we start making our own liquor at home?
I have a sneaking suspicion that somebody bought me a whiskey barrel for Christmas.
Because you bought it for
So
yourself?
I bought it for myself. So yeah, we'll see. No, whiskey takes too long to make.
How long does it take?
At least 5 years.
Shoot.
Yeah. At least for good whiskey, you want 5 years. Anyhow,
I
but
don't
yeah,
like whiskey.
how cool was that? They
That's pretty
found
cool.
bottles literally at the bottom of the house.
Yeah, that is
I don't. Who knows? Maybe if we start tearing down some more walls in this
Let's
house,
not
who
do
knows
that.
what-
Let's
okay.
not do that.
Never mind. So what else would happen? What else?
Nothing. That's really been our week. I mean, other than Olivia wilding out. I
As per
feel like
usual.
so we're one of the few friends that has kids that that
Young
live
kids.
here that are
Little kids,
lives age, and so we. I've been hanging out with a couple of my girlfriends this week. I mean, Michelle, I'm always with anyways, but
Always.
but I feel like Olivia is a true form of birth control for them. Even so, I went Thursday night to one of my girlfriend's house, and it was Michelle and I, and then Olivia. I took Olivia there, and I told Olivia when we left, I said, "You have just made it so neither of these women ever will want to have children."
Yeah.
And she wasn't bad. I mean, she wasn't like awful bad. She was Olivia. She just energy, right? And she found the snack cupboard at one point, and I'm trying to think of what else. She just wouldn't hold still. She wouldn't stop moving.
And to be fair about Olivia, and we've talked about this before about our kids, because some of you, if you have kids, a lot of you have kids. Actually, we've seen the comments and stuff like that. A lot of families watch our show, but again, we're not just for families, FYI. But watch and listen to our show. Excuse me. Olivia is half of both of us. And she managed to get your hyper, like,
Yes.
whatever we call it. What do we call it? Your
I'm high strung.
high strungness, yeah. And she got my headstrongness, and it's just combined into this whirlwind
But
of a
the thing
tornado
is,
thing.
too,
She's like Tasmanian devil.
Have you thought about it though? We have both on my side of the family and your side of the family are headstrong women on
Right.
both sides. Like every part of my hair, like all the women that I know are headstrong women, and your mom tells me it's the same on your side of the family.
Right. And it's so funny because Olivia is very much so, she'll hang out with the boys.
She loves
She'll
to
kick
hang out
around.
with the boys.
Not just that, I mean, she'll keep up with them. Like, she loves to roughhouse and play around and jump, and like she climbs all over me and hop from.
Yeah, because last year,
Yeah.
remember when our friends brought for Friendsgiving
sons,
last
yeah.
year? They brought their 3 sons, and she was worried about her sons being too rough with Olivia, and I'm like, no, I'm worried about Olivia being too rough with them, and she's
Right.
the youngest out of all of them, but
Right.
she can be a little rough.
Yeah, she can be. Like, that's like that's her
rough.
default status is to be
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Like, she loves to, and she's been getting this thing now where she likes to ball up her fists. Like, she'll
She
like,
says, "I'm angry."
she walks like.
angry.
If you guys have ever seen like angry Jerry from Tom and Jerry, that's how
Has
she
your
walks
mom ever
back.
done that? Like, cause so when Olivia gets angry, she like rolls, and that's when
My mom.
she really
It's
looks
also
like
my
your
mom's
mom.
default setting.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I was wondering, because like when she does this, she looks just like your mom.
I wonder if she has gotten that from my mom. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to call mom. I'm going to call you, mom, and ask you about that.
Yeah, but
What have you been teaching my daughter? And we're back after a little bit of a distraction. As per usual, Olivia
her life.
will break up the show every once in a while. It is a natural. It's a natural breaking point, right, for us. That's how we know that we need to actually take a break. Kind of
probably, I
yeah,
guess.
refresh your.
Yeah, I had to
mimosa over
refresh
there.
my drink. That's my last one. I can't have any more since I'm going to get my tattoo
You need
later.
your tattoo. So what were we talking? So you wanna?
So I was wondering, like, what is your most memorable Christmas? Like, either tradition or memory or
my most memorable Christmas. So
or tradition.
So I would say tradition, because I mean, you know me. There was a point in my life where things weren't always so great.
Yeah.
So to go back and think about the most memorable Christmas is not always easy. But I will say the most. So the traditions that I loved is that, and you've been to my grandmother's house, my grandmother's house.
No.
Yes, you have. It was my aunt's house.
Oh, and Grace?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Same house. Before both of them.
Oh, I didn't know
passed.
that.
Yeah. We used to go there every year. And my grandmother was a very she was a pretty good woman, and she had this white Christmas tree that was very ugly, and by today's standards, kind of tacky. But I remember this white Christmas tree, and she would always have she would have her little Christmas village, and there was a nativity set, or I believe baby Jesus was always missing. I don't know if it was me or my cousin April or one of my brothers that like played with it, like used it as like an action figure or something like that, and it was like the baby Jesus was always missing.
That's so
Because it was like, what was like ceramic. So
Yeah.
how do you replace that? She's not gonna replace it.
I don't know.
But yeah, she would definitely going over there. So we would always go over there at least, I believe, either Christmas Eve or the day of Christmas, because she always had gifts for. She always had little gifts for me. And it was always from Avon. So my grandmother was an Avon lady.
My grandma too.
Oh yeah, but mine. Did yours ever send you down the street to like get orders from people?
No.
Oh no, I was like my grandmother's like Avon runner. Like
the
definitely,
best.
definitely. Like she was hustling with that Avon. And I just remember just going over there, and that was always fun. It was just had like a nice like traditional feeling to it. Christmas music, food, always food, always food, pies. She just always made pies, and they were. It was an older house, Everything had that couch that had the plastic on it,
Yeah.
So it was just a fun memory every year of going over there. And when she did pass and my aunt moved in, we would go over there as well. Same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty simple. Nothing crazy. What is yours?
So I have two sets. So one set of my grandparents, we went over same thing every Christmas Eve.
You have like 4 sets of grandparents.
And I know. I was blessed. Claude did not have that many grandparents. I remember my great grandparents, but my mom is the oldest. I'm gonna call him my sperm daddy, was also the oldest.
Wow.
And then I was like the oldest grandchild on one side and the second on the other. So like I was one of the older ones. I don't want to say older, but So anyways, so I like knew all my great grandparents. I think there was only one
There's
set.
less mimosa in there and more.
Don't judge me. It's a lot to a little.
Jesus.
There's only one set of great grandparents that I never met. I've met all of the others except for one. So my one set of grandparents, we would go over for Christmas Eve every year, and that was fun. All the grandkids would go, all the families would go. Somebody would dress up as Santa and show up as
neat.
Santa. Yeah, we would go Christmas caroling. Just to the relatives. Like we would go to different relatives' house. Like we'd all load in the car with grandma and we would do Christmas caroling. And they always had a tree with a train. And the train always had.
So is that why you attempted to do that?
Yes. And it was so much fun. But they had the room for it that we would all, because me and my cousins are all around the same age. So we would all have fun together, sitting around and like putting the different animals in the train and seeing how fast the train would go. And then we'd get yelled at from grandpa because the train would go too fast and sometimes it would come off. And then we exchanged gifts, and then we would watch like Ernest Scared Stupid Christmas edition. And
was there like a gift that you always got? So I had my uncle Adolf always got me something from Radio Shack. So I'm sure he was heartbroken when Radio Shack went out of business, but he would always get me something from Radio Shack, and it would, I kid you no lie, it would either be like a VTech computer. They call them Leap Pads now.
Yeah,
VTech makes them. Olivia has that little table, or had that little table
that she found in your car.
Yeah. By the way,
Claude was trying to get rid of it and hide it in the back of his car. She found it.
It's really hard because you guys have all done this before, where you have every intention to take something to donate it somewhere, but it sits in the back of your car for months. That's usually what happens. But anyhow, but yeah, he'd always get me like a Radio Shack item, and I will credit him for this. My vocabulary, my divisions, multiplication, like my mathematics, and all of that stuff, like from a young age, that's how I practiced. I literally would do like my mom would sit me in front of that little VTech computer, and I would literally practice on it. I've had every version of it. I had every version from age like 3 or 4 to like 9, 10, 11, 12.
So you're saying that's what we should have gotten Olivia this year for Christmas?
Isn't there something?
Did I get her? I don't even remember.
Yeah, you don't remember the gifts that you got? Yeah, there is
remember.
something similar to that, I believe, in the list. But yeah, no, I got one of those every single year. I got one of those.
No, I never got that. I never got
Other
like
than your Santas.
but that was my
later on,
mother-in-law. Yeah, my ex-mother-in-law got those for me. I never got anything regular like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite gift that you got?
A favorite gift, like ever?
Yeah. Something that you like cherished?
I mean, I cherish everything. You know how I like to keep
you
things.
keep crap.
But wait, I can tell you the funniest. You want to hear the funniest?
What's the
okay,
funniest?
So my mom had a Dodge Neon, so a really small vehicle, right?
Okay.
And so I had to have been late middle school. And I had always wanted a vanity. And so my mom took me shopping for Christmas gifts
Okay.
with her. But I had to sit in the car while she went shopping, right? Because I mean, I was old enough I could sit in the car. And I remember my mom bringing a big box that didn't really even fit in the car. As a matter of fact, I don't remember how we finagled it. I don't know if the trunk was still open or the car was full of gifts, but I wasn't allowed to turn around and I wasn't allowed to see what it was. So here I am like sitting there. My mom's like shoving stuff in the back, and it was my own gift that she took me shopping for. I don't remember. I don't know if I
torture you?
Well, I probably wanted to go with her because like I like to go and do things with my mom, and so maybe that was why. I don't remember, but I just remember being annoyed that she wouldn't let me turn around, and she's like shoving all this stuff in this small Dodge Neon, and it had to have been just her and I because I don't remember my brothers
Who
being
else would fit
there.
in there? It's a Dodge Neon.
Yeah, and it was
not a family of 5 car.
Yeah, but and it was a big box, like it was a big box, for vanity. So I was really excited. I got the vanity later, obviously, but yeah, it was like a funny thing that I was in the car with it and I didn't even know what it was.
My mom, typically speaking, was always pretty good about like if she made me write my list down. And she always found a way to get the things that I wanted. I was a pretty simple kid, though. I think one year, I had Game Boys.
Mm-hmm.
We had, Segas and all that stuff, that was always a year behind. So we had Sega when, we had NES when Sega came out and Sega when PlayStation came out. So it was always behind with that because it was cheaper and to do it that way. But action figures.
Did your mom ever play any of your games before she gave them to you?
No.
So one year my parents bought us, I can't remember if it was Super Nintendo or which gaming system that they bought us. They stayed up the entire night before Christmas playing the game and then put it back in the box and wrapped it and gave it to us. And of course they didn't tell us this until later. Like we didn't know.
My mom has never been like a toy person. When I was a teenager, I got a 4-wheeler and that was something that she did enjoy that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she never really played with our toys. But I just remember her just being really good she was good at hiding stuff too.
I never went looking for toys.
I did.
Did you?
Oh, heck yeah. Definitely. I wanted to know what I was getting. I wanted to know what it was, and I specifically wanted to know. But she was she was very good at like, if I wanted this particular remote control car, it was that particular remote control car that she got. Like if I wanted this, I had a Batman remote control car once, and she got the exact thing that I want. Because you know what she used to do actually, and this is crazy to think about. I've just had that memory. She would get the Toys R Us catalog.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, what do you want? I would literally get it.
And did your mom put things on layaway? Like my mom always put things on layaway.
I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of that stuff. Like I have no
I remember
idea.
because I'd go with my mom to make payments on layaway, and it's so crazy to think because nowadays we just get a credit card, we put it on a credit card, and that's how we.
To this day, my mom will say like we weren't by no stretch of the imagination like wealthy. We were not. We were working class, but I always had the things typically that I wanted.
So did we. I mean, we didn't have like an abundance of anything, but we always had what we wanted.
Right.
And I mean, we were very fortunate in that. Same thing though, like working class, So
let me tell you about these kids nowadays, though. My goodness.
I can't even. I don't even know where to start.
I don't either.
I really don't. It's very frustrating to me.
Well, and it's frustrating because. So it's one of those things where I feel like kids are definitely marketed to more now, but I don't think necessarily more than they used to be. And I feel like it's just so much, but it's like the gifts are getting more and more expensive. It's not like I wanted action figures and you wanted like dolls and stuff like that. Like now they want like Nintendo Switches, Xbox Ones, PS5s, new phones,
easy shoes,
$3,000 to $5,000 to $1,000 shoes. That is
which I draw the line. I'm not going to pay more for my children's shoes than I do for my own. It's not gonna happen.
I agree. I'm with you on that. Like, it's kind of one of those things where I don't necessarily think if you do it, that's fine. If you have it, that's fine. The thing is that I don't want to cut into our grocery budget paying for Christmas.
Yes. Well, and I know. So my biggest thing, even like with Nicholas, is that we still have a strict budget, and I'm not going to buy him something that I know he's going to outgrow. If it was something he was going to have forever, I could maybe justify that a little bit more. But like you said, like we do well because we have a strict budget.
Right.
And we follow that budget of this is our Christmas, this is this is that. And so I'm just not, I refuse to spend that kind of money on something he's going to outgrow.
So Olivia doesn't watch this show.
That we know
of. But I can reveal the one thing that she is getting that Renee decided would be a good idea is that Renee is buying Olivia a, a swing set?
It's a big
But
one.
y'all, not
though.
like a regular swing set. It's got like a slide and stuff with it too.
Yeah. It's like one of the nice wooden ones.
It's one of those
with the, like,
assembly
little tree
required ones, and she didn't pay for the assembly. And it's going to arrive Christmas Eve. And I'm going to have to put it together, and I'm going to have to find a way to manage to not have her go out in the backyard.
Nicholas said he'll help you, and didn't you try to recruit Mike too?
Yeah, we'll see. That's not much help.
They're just gonna watch you and
watch.
tell you like
Exactly.
what you need to do.
Exactly. So that'll be fun. Renee has. Do you have a gift for me? No, no gift for me.
No, you're getting. You know what you're getting.
Did I get you like a secret gift that you don't know about?
No.
Maybe we'll see.
You got a really big gift, and I couldn't have bought that without talking to you.
Did I get you a gift that you don't know about?
How would you have done that?
We'll see.
Well, but no, because I ordered my own gift. I thought
What did you order?
my dog vest.
Oh, anyhow, I can't take.
I got a new dog
anymore.
training vest. It's really a fishing vest, but it's really cool. It's got all these pockets in it.
It's just getting more and more ridiculous, guys. Like so.
But I need it. I need more pockets so I
already-
can have like different treats
This is
in
off
different
topic
areas.
of Christmas. So she's already wearing this ugly fanny pack thing.
It's a dog training.
And we bought her this thing that goes over the shoulder that has all
But-
of the same pockets and
No, it
things that
doesn't.
she does.
I have to have
And
exact
it looks
access while I'm
perfectly fine,
training, and I
looks like-
can't.
it looks a little bit fashionable and everything. But she
no.
has this stupid little fanny pack thing that looks ridiculous.
Because if you've ever tried to train a dog, you can't do this to get the treat. It has to be right here
It
on
has
your
pi-
waist.
it can be worn in the front.
But I have to have different
So
treats.
now she has this fly fisherman's vest that just
Yeah, it's so
looks
cool.
ridiculous.
No, so I can this way. So I like to train my dogs with their own food. So I don't like to get like free food them. I like give them that food, and then I have treats, and then I have high value treats in case they're distracted. And then now I have a pouch for the toys. So sometimes like with Ray, it's easier to train her with
No,
the
you
toy than
need,
with
you need
food.
a husband vest.
Why?
You can have one that has like a little mini bottles of whiskey on them and like snacks, like my little pretzel snacks that I like, and like attached like a White Claw on the back maybe, or like could you do that? That'd be neat. Could you do that?
See my face?
That'd be
No.
fun. I'm gonna make you that. I'm gonna make you a husband vest, something that you can wear to corral me.
I don't want to corral you.
No, you don't. You think you already have me well trained?
No, I just think I just walk out of the
Just
room.
walk out of the room. But yeah, I mean that's our Christmas. It's not going to be anything crazy, I don't think.
No, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a little cold.
It's
I think,
simplicity.
so.
I think simple this year is what's going to be. I really hope that people aren't going to go nuts though because of COVID and kind of maybe try to overcompensate. Like I think a lot of people are not. And that's one thing I had a conversation with Olivia about too. I know she probably didn't know what the heck I was talking about, but I basically told her, not everybody has the ability to get the toys that you want, because she's like, oh, well, Santa's going to come to this house and that house and my friend's house. And I go, well, some houses may not get the same thing.
Yeah.
And
But haven't you seen where they say like you should only give your child one gift from Santa and everything else should be for you? And the reason being is that if your child goes to school, they don't want kids to compare gifts and one kid to say, well, why did Santa give me one thing and gave you all these things?
Unfortunately, I don't think that we'll have that problem at Olivia's school.
No, probably not.
She
But-
might be the one that's not getting enough.
Yeah. But even her friends, like, random whatever, and because you really don't know. And we've had these conversations though, even with Nicholas, about his gifts versus Olivia. So Olivia gets more gifts than Nicholas dollars wise, Nicholas is more expensive. Like we budget for a little bit more for him than we do for her because just, his stuff is more.
Right.
And so, and even this year,
A lot more.
Right. And I've had this conversation with him every year since Olivia's been born. And so even this year when I was like, hey, remember for Christmas, he goes, I know, Mom, she's going to get more, but mine are more expensive. And I'm like, okay, I just need you to know because I don't want you to think there's a favoritism because legit Nicholas does get the upper hand.
Yeah, we
really
don't like
on
either
her.
of you. There's no favoritism. We don't like either of you. But yeah, no, I
Do you
get it.
remember what I told you last night about Olivia when you came home?
No.
You don't remember? I had said, maybe it was this morning then. I had said, I love Olivia, but I really don't like her.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
was so just trying to get her to bed last night. So because Claude went out and I had to get her to bed by myself. And which is
you have a hard time doing. I don't know why.
she just.
All you gotta do is put on a little Gladys Knight and let her.
I did. I put on music, but she screamed that she wanted Daddy to do it. She didn't want me to do it.
I'm the best.
Whatever.
I really am.
And I'm like, listen, you're going to bed. It was 30 minutes to get her to actually go to sleep. And at one point, even
you try to get her down like right away, and that's not possible. You had like
no. I tried to get her to sit down, like do stories, because her and I do stories normally at nighttime before you take her to bed. Her and I do stories. But no, we tell each other stories back and forth. I see. And so, but yeah, so she just, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh my God, I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Tell you that she didn't like you?
She told me she didn't love me. I said, you don't have to love me. You just have to respect me.
Right.
That's always my thing.
Right.
You don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. You just have to respect me.
Yeah.
And
you never thought that she would choose me as the favorite. You never thought that.
No, but that really doesn't bother me.
When she was really, really little, she like needed you. She needed you for food. She needed you for everything. She loved her mommy.
As soon as I stopped breastfeeding,
loved her
kid
mommy.
didn't love me anymore.
Once she realized, oh my God, Daddy's actually fun. Mommy's not that much fun. Daddy is actually fun.
Depends on your definition of fun.
She chose her favorite, and her favorite was clearly me.
It is. So. Even so, when we went to do the lights, whatever night that was, Wednesday, so it's me, Michelle, Kelly, and Olivia all sitting in the back seat, and the guys were sitting up front. And she was talking about you. And even Michelle and Kelly are like, she has a very interesting perspective of her dad. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's very different from
her dad
others.
Is the best.
Okay.
And I'm trying to hold on to that.
I think my dad's the best too. So it must be a daughter's
oh my God, though.
Blinder
too. You pester your dad so much though, so I can't.
He loves
I'm
it.
hoping
and just wait.
Olivia will be a little bit more independent than you.
I'm very independent. My dad just tells me what I need to do because I have to run it past him to make sure I don't
literally not
light
the
a house
definition
on
of independence.
fire.
That's like the anti-definition of independence.
But he teaches me so that way I don't have to call him the next time.
Ever change that tire that he taught you to do?
No.
Nope.
But I've never called him to do it either.
That is true.
He told me to just pretend and somebody will help me, and that's always worked. But he did show me how to do it. Don't get me wrong. He completely showed me how to do it and told me I need to know how to do it. But I've never had to because all I got to do is pull over, and they're like, yeah, can I help you? Yes, you can, please.
Well, Olivia will definitely know how to change her own tire, and she will change her own tire because she will be actually independent, and she's already strong.
Are you trying to tell me I'm not?
I'm trying to say that.
What does Nicholas say? Come at me, bro.
You don't like to do things. We're way off topic right now. You don't like to do things, and if you don't have to do those things, you won't do those things. Trash.
But okay, but those are different. Like I can put on a roof. I can do drywall. I can put up a fence. I can wire lighting. I'm good at painting. I can use a saw, even though I don't like to do it. I can use a table saw. I can use a drill. I can use a hand. Like I'm pretty freaking amazing.
All of that, you still can't take the trash to the trash can.
No, I can. I refuse. It's not my job. Do you remember what happened when I gave birth to Olivia?
I said that you would never have to take the trash out again.
That is what he said when I gave birth to her without drugs. And then now he nags that I don't take out the trash.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, Renee, what else did you have?
That's really it. I just wanted to kind of brief over Christmas and like see. We don't really have any traditions of our own with the kids other than we get the tree together. The kids and I put up Christmas ornaments.
We drink. Because we have to. Because that whole process is awful. And that's Christmas really lights, I usually I've been doing that by myself.
You do that, but that's not really a tradition. You do that by yourself. Yeah.
I don't want. We burn the Christmas tree.
We do burn the Christmas tree. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever seen a Christmas tree burn?
There's a reason why you have to keep your Christmas trees healthy because when they dry out and they
go up. Fast.
They get very flammable
and hot when it burns. Like it burns hot.
Right. So make sure that you have the right surge protectors and your tree is well fed and watered because fed though you put the tree food in it.
That's true.
Because they will definitely go up in a pretty large blaze. Renee has almost set things on fire.
I am not. It's always been in a thing. You cut it up for me, so it's not as big.
It's crazy. So those are we more have like pre-Christmas and after Christmas, post-Christmas traditions. We don't really do the.
I put my Santas up, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. We don't really do anything else. Wait. You've been trying so hard to get like a Christmas tradition.
I do. It just doesn't. I'm just not that kind of a person.
You know what? Can we start a tradition? Can we go to some tropical island for Christmas soon?
No.
Can that just be like our thing? Like we go take like a vacation to Hawaii?
No.
For Christmas?
We could go someplace that snows.
You don't want to go to a tropical island for
Christmas? No.
Okay, that's what I would want to do.
Then I wouldn't be able to spend it with my dogs.
You can bring the dogs.
Not to Hawaii. Do you know in order to take a dog to
I don't want to hear
Hawaii,
this again.
it has to be
I know, I'm
quarantined
aware,
for a
I'm
very
aware.
long because they have no rabies cases
Oh my
there.
God. I'm aware of this.
Yes.
And final thoughts on Christmas?
Just that we should appreciate those of us that get to spend time with our Christmas this
Right.
year because not everybody made it to Christmas, and not all of us are getting to spend it with the loved
Some people
ones that
still
we
may
want
not
to.
make it to Christmas. I know that's a morbid thought, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's only, it's 7 days away, and some people might not make it still.
Yeah.
So,
And I think it's important too to just be aware too, like not even everybody's gonna have big Christmases like they have in the past. Like this could be a very different year for everybody than it has in the past. And so I think we need to focus more on enjoying each other versus the presents.
we'll enjoy the president too, but no, the presents, yeah.
But and just reach out to your friends, friends that are struggling and see if they need anything. I mean, even if you can't, necessarily afford to give, you can have them over for Christmas, or you can, cook them food, or I don't know, just anything to just make sure you're connecting with people who need connections. I know recently, even like mental illness, I've there's been so many people that are just really struggling this year, and so just reach out to your friends, make sure they're okay, and just be thankful for your family.
Yeah. Again,
Even if you don't like them, you can be thankful for them.
Yeah, I'll definitely ditto that. Let's have that goodwill and cheer. I think it's been a rough year. We're not out of the woodworks yet.
No.
It's still got a lot of stuff to go on before we can get back on track. And I just think that where it starts is us actually treating our neighbors with respect and understanding. And Christmas is the best time to do that.
Yeah, and it really is it's not about the presents.
It isn't. And even if you're
not
not
about the
religious,
presents.
if you're not religious and you don't want to say, hey, it's not necessarily about Jesus' birthday, it is definitely about goodwill, cheer, goodwill towards your neighbor, family time, spending, just being caring and understanding again. It just got to be that.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time. We've had our year. We've all been nasty, and it's been just venomous conversations
and
so many ups and
downs.
downs.
Yeah.
It's time. Let's go ahead and take a break from that and just kind of just
Enjoy it.
So.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Renee?
No,
Crazy
I hope
Life?
everybody has a Merry Christmas, and
Make sure you
that's
guys follow us a couple places. So follow us
yes.
at the letter B and the number 4, The Kids Wake Up on Instagram.
yes, please.
And spelled out before the kids wake up on every other social, Facebook.
TikTok. Come check out our TikToks, guys.
Please come out.
And hey, if you want us to do a special TikTok,
Speaking of
send
it.
us a message because I'm excited. I'm learning it. Nicholas has helped me to
we are
figure
so
some
excited.
things out. I'm so excited.
So yeah, definitely guys, follow us on that. Also follow my media company and my partners.
Shifted Vision Media.
Shifted Vision Media at Shifted Vision Media on all of our socials. All of the links are in our link tree on Instagram, and
And we're going to be selling merchandise soon.
we will. Wow, you're just putting everything out.
I am.
Wow.
exciting
Turn
time.
off your mic. Guys, so once again, I'm Claude.
And this is Renee.
And this has been Before the Kids Wake Up.